if you are exhausted, foggy and disconnected, but you know you are capable of more, this video is for you. Because burnout isn't what most people think it is. It is not laziness. It is not weakness. And it's not because you can't handle pressure. Burnout is what happens when your identity fractures under prolonged misalignment. And today, I want to explain what it really means and how to come back from it. Welcome to Unpowder Lifestyle. This channel is for high achievers, professionals and leaders who want success without self-betrayal, clarity without burnout, and alignment without stepping away from ambition. If that resonates, stay with me. Why burnout keeps coming back? Most people treat burnout like a time management problem. They try holidays, lighter workloads, meditation apps, productivity systems, and sometimes those help. But often, burnout returns. Why? Because burnout is not about how much you are doing. It's about who you are being while you are doing it. High achievers don't burn out because they lack resilience. They burn out because they have been strong in the wrong direction for too long. The moment identity starts to split, identity collapse doesn't happen overnight. It happens gradually, quietly. It starts when you say things like, "I'll deal with myself later." This isn't ideal, but it is necessary. I just need to get through this phase. At first, it feels responsible. But over time, something shifts. You stop listening to your body. You stop trusting your instinct. You stop asking what you actually want. And without realizing it, you begin living from external identity instead of an internal one. The shapeshifter pattern. One of the most common patterns I see in high achievers is what I call the shapeshifter identity. You become very good at adapting to expectations, to pressure, to environments, to other people's needs. You reform competence. You reform strength. You reform reliability. But eventually, you don't know where you end, and the role begins. This is where burnout quietly enters, not as exhaustion, but as disconnection. Self-abandonment and energy leaks. Burnout accelerates when self-abandonment becomes normal. You override hunger. You override fatigue. You override emotional signals. You override intuition. Your system learns one thing. My needs comes last. And the body keeps the score. That's when people experience decision fatigue, emotional flatness, irritability, lack of motivation, brain fog, loss of joy. Not because something is wrong with them, but because their identity is no longer coherent. The productivity mask is where many high achievers get trapped. When alignment is lost, productivity becomes a mask. You stay busy so you don't have to feel. You stay driven so you don't have to stop. You stay on so you don't have to ask hard questions. Achievement becomes armour, but eventually even the armour gets heavy. That's when people say, I don't recognise myself anymore. That moment isn't failure, it's a signal. Why burnout feels so confusing? Burnout feels confusing because you're still capable, you're still functioning, you are still achieving, but internally something is missing. That is the identity collapse. Not the loss of ability, but the loss of coherence between who you are, what you value, and how you live. When the identity fragments, energy drains. The way back, reconnection, not recovery. Burnout recovery isn't about fixing yourself. It's about reconnection. Here are 3 essential shifts. Number 1, return to the body. Burnout cannot be solved purely in the mind. Grounding, breathwork, nervous system regulation, these bring you back into clarity. Number 2, stop leaking energy. Look honestly at where your energy is going. Relationship, commitments, expectations, obligations. Energy is currency. Spend it intentionally. Number 3, rebuild identity from alignment. Ask, what feels true now? What am I no longer willing to sacrifice? What version of success actually feels sustainable? Who am I becoming next? Identity clarity restores energy. Reframing the experience. If you are in burnout, hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not behind. You are at transition point. Burnout is often the end of outdated identity, not the end of your capacity. When alignment returns, energy stabilizes, clarity sharpens, confidence rebuilds, direction becomes obvious again. If this message resonates, you don't need to navigate it alone. I create a free school community called the Energetic Revolution, where we work on burnout recovery, energy alignment, identity recalibration, clarity without pressure. The link is below if you want support and structure. If this video spoke to you, hit subscribe and join me here on Unparalleled Lifestyle when we talk about energy, clarity and the path to aligned success. Protect your energy, honour your alignment, and I'll see you in the next video. Many blessings, wherever you are in the world.